Hi dear students, in the previous session we discussed about general classification of kingdom Mycota with reproduction concept. In this session we will start moving to the type of organisms which we had classified in the earlier classes. So that is zygomycetes. Okay. So we will start with the type of organism called as zygomycetes. Or they are also pronounced as zygomycetes, right? So here these organisms will comes under phycomycetes. These will comes under phycomycetes or phycomycetes, where they doesn't possess any flagella. So that's why these are called as no flagellate organisms. No flagellate organisms. And here example for zygomycetes is Rhizopus stoloniferus, Rhizopus stoloniferus, a scientific name of Rhizopus. And another one example, we need to underline it because you know that it is a scientific name. And another one example is Mucar. Here Rhizopus is a bread mold. What you are going to find it a fungus developed on the bread. So that's why this is called as bread mold, and this Mucar is going to be grown on cow dung, right? So here Mucar is going to grow on cow dung and Rhizopus stoloniferus is going to grow on bread mold. And these organisms also exhibit a saprophytic mode of nutrition. Saprophytic mode of nutrition, as they are growing on the dead and decayed matter. So here why I am writing about this, actually we already learnt about saprophytic mode of nutrition. We need to analyze in deep. So here take for example, this is said to be the organic matter found, right? So this is said to be the organic matter found. On the top of this the organisms are going to be grown. Take for example, Rhizopus is going to be grown on this. So here it is a Rhizopus. It has to grow by getting the nutrition from organic matter. So that's why it starts secreting a substance called as diastatic. Diastatic. So here the component called as diastatic, as chemical substance which is released by fungi. Fungi cells in the release agate, and this diastatic it acts as a digestive juice. It acts as a digestive juice which helps in conducting extracellular digestion. Extracellular digestion. It conducts extracellular digestion. See dear students, what exactly the meaning of extracellular digestion? So here universally we know that digestion will take place inside the organism's body. Food is taken in and later the digestion will be conducted. But in case of saprophytic organisms, they just secrete some of the digestive enzymes on the organic matter, dead or decayed matter, where the dead and decaying matter containing nutrients are going to be digested there itself. Andre organic matter allene digestion agate, and later after the end of digestion the nutrients are going to be absorbed by the saprophytic organisms like fungi. So andre adar artha raw materials na extract ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಬಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ the fungus which is growing on dead and decaying matter starts secreting a digestive juices. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ರೈಸೋಪಸ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದರ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಾನ್ಸ್ ನೇಮ್ನ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಡಯಾಸ್ಟಾಟಿಕ್ ಇಸ್ a chemical substance called as a digestive juice which is secreted from the rhizopus. It helps in conducting extracellular digestion. ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಆನ್ ದ dead and decaying matter, where after the end of digestion the nutrition is going to be absorbed by the fungus, right? In this way the extracellular digestion will takes place. So this is about the saprophytic mode of nutrition and the extracellular digestion. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇದಿಷ್ಟುನು? So we'll move to the next concept. In the earlier class I told you about the commercial use of fungi. That means fumaric acid and cortisol. So these two are the chemical component which are exploited economically or in a large scale, as these are used as a food additives which is having a fruity odor ಅಥವಾ sense. ಫ್ರೂಟಿ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಫುಡ್ ಅಡಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಕಾರ್ಟಿಸಾಲ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಟು ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಇನ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ದ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್. ಸೊ ಇದೊಂದು ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಎನಿ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಕಾರ್ಟಿಸಾಲ್, ದೆನ್ artificially cortisol is going to be injected. For that there will be a requirement of large production of cortisol. That's why these fungi like zygomycetes are going to be used for the extraction of cortisol to provide them artificially to the inefficient organisms. Andre nave agirtivi inefficient organisms andre. Okay na? So this is about the commercial production or commercial uses of zygomycetes. Adrallu rhizopus antane example. So understood about this extracellular digestion. The component which is going to be acting as a digestive juice in the rhizopus is diastatic. Artha agidya? So next here we already observed the typical structure of a hypha and hyphae. So this is a thread-like structure called as hyphae. In a group it is called as mycelium. In a group are many different thread-like structure, many number of thread-like structures which group together to form a mycelium, and each unit is called as a hyphae or hypha. And as these are aseptate organisms, we know that phycomycetes are aseptate organisms where there is no presence of separate division like this. Artha agtidiyalla? So ee tara division irodilla, and this division is absent, but the presence of nucleus exhibit or resemble the multinucleate condition, and this multinucleate condition is termed as choanocytic nature. Right? So this is called as choanocytic nature, but in any few stage, very little time, they exhibit septate condition when it performs a sexual reproduction. Adan matte nodana navu. So this is called as choanocytic stage, and then we'll move to the reproduction. Reproduction in case of zygomycetes, that specially Rhizopus stoloniferus. In Rhizopus there will be a 3 types of reproduction. One is vegetative reproduction. It is by fragmentation, and you can find that the same structure. I will just rub this choanocytic word and I will show the vegetative reproduction over here itself. So this is said to be hyphae, and a few thread-like structure which are extending from the lower surface of the hyphae are called as rhizoidal hyphae. So these are called as rhizoidal hyphae. Roots, this is just like a roots. These are not actual roots, just like a roots. Okay, so these are termed as rhizoidal hyphae. And this rhizoidal hyphae will get the nutrition from the substratum or the organic matter, and later they just develop a vertical structure upon the same stolonifer. This vertical structure, sporangiophore, it is termed as sporangiophore. Okay, this is called as a sporangiophore, and just a bulb like structure present on the sporangiophore is called as sporangia. Sporangia. This is a complete morphological view of a rhizopus. Artha agidiyalla idishtu? And this exhibit a vegetative reproduction. The part of a stolonifer, so din purti navu hyphae athwa stolonifer anteli kariteve, and this a part when it is cut or by mechanical injury, it is get fragmented and then later act as a source for reproduction. So ee tara part by part remove agirtave anta ankoli. Okay na? So there will be a presence of vertical structure upon this and also the bulb like appearance. And these fragments actually act as a individual units to bring a vegetative reproduction. And later we will move to the next type of reproduction, that is called as asexual reproduction. Second one, asexual reproduction. So barkobek ನೀವು continuous again. See now, this is a morphological appearance of a rhizopus, and this is rhizoidal hyphae, stolonifer, hypha, sporangiophore and sporangia. These are the structures now. We will make a view of this sporangiophore and sporangia in detail. That is, this is a bulb like structure called as columella, and this is a sporangiophore. And at the marginal side there will be a presence of nucleus, many nucleus. We know that it is a coenocytic alva, so hagagi multinucleate anta heltivi. So this multinucleate condition present towards the marginal direction, and due to the addition of more number of vacuoles, so these are considered as a vacuoles which acts as a source for production of spores. Source bere, spores bere, right? These are the many number of vacuoles present at the center. Later this will be developing as multinucleate again. So idun enanta heltivi matte multinucleate division anteli kariteve, right? Separately they are going to be formed, and each nucleus will again get divided and it become binucleate or trinucleate. Totally it is coenocytic. So this is one structure which is formed in the sporangia, and at the end of this condition we can say this as a columella. And later this columella, by the process of dehiscence, it is commonly termed as rupturing. A biological term called as dehiscence. It start releasing the spores. So this is a region where the dehiscence occurred, and this is a sporangiophore. These are the vacuoles, and these are said to be the nucleus. Okay, each one will become a spores, and later they will come out of the columella and act as a separate spores. By the arrival of environmental condition which is favorable one, again they will develop into a same rhizopus. Okay na? So same rhizopus agi develop agate. This method is called as sporulation. We discussed about the types of reproduction, asexual reproduction in the earlier class. That is asexual reproduction by two methods in fungi. One is sporulation or spore formation and other is conidia. So idralli rhizopus aguantadu sporulation. So yenagutte first normal one parental hypha iruanta ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ರೈಸೋಪಸ್ಸು, ಅದು ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ನ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಪೊರಾಂಜಿಯೋಫೋರ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಬಲ್ಬ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಪೊರಾಂಜಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Continuous development and the differentiation will leads to the formation of a columella. Inside with it possess the vacuoles, and many vacuoles which acts as a source for the formation of a multinucleate condition, and later by dehiscence or rupturing they just release the spores which are present in the columella, and each spore will get developed into a new rhizopus. So this is a way of sporulation observed in case of asexual mode of reproduction. The last one is sexual reproduction. I will rub this one, and by pausing the video you have to write. So the last one, that is sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. So here in case of sexual reproduction they form conjugation. Conjugation. So that's why all the zygomycetes are called as conjugate fungi. Conjugate fungi. So as they are forming conjugation process, they form a type of a fungi called as conjugate fungi. The process of conjugation is little bit easier when we start observing the hyphae. As they are aseptate in condition, we'll take two hyphae separately as it is a sexual mode of reproduction. And in the earlier class we have mentioned that positive strain and negative strain. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಮೇಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಫೀಮೇಲ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೇಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೇಟ್ condition, and later just it is going to exhibit the outgrowth at one region, outgrowth at one region from the two strains. So ಎರಡು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ಸು ಒಂದು ಹತ್ರ ಔಟ್ಗ್ರೋತ್ಸ್ನ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ದ ಔಟ್ಗ್ರೋತ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್. ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀತೀನಿ, ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಬರೆದು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಈ ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಕಲರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್. ಯಾವಾಗ ಅದು ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೋ ಆಗ ಆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ಸು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಔಟ್ಗ್ರೋತ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಔಟ್ಗ್ರೋತ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಔಟ್ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಇಸ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟಾಂಜಿಯಮ್. ಸೊ ಇದೆರಡನ್ನೂ ಸೇರಿ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಪ್ರೋಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟಾಂಜಿಯಮ್. ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪ್ರೋ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟು, ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟಾಂಜಿಯಮ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟಾಂಜಿಯಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪೊಸೆಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು, ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಕಲರಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ದೇ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಅ ಸೆಪ್ಟಾ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಪ್ಟಾ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಅ ಸೆಪ್ಟಾ, right? So this is a septa formed during sexual reproduction, and they just after the immediate completion of septa formation, the progametangium of the two strains will meet each other, and this can be observed like this. right? So this is observed like this, where these are the nucleus, and these will fuse each other by breaking the wall. So idr nadave iddanta wall na break madkolutte, and there will be a separate septa formed over here, and these two are the nucleus of positive and negative strain. And later in the next session they will make a fusing of positive and negative strains within the progametangium. So iದೇನು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಈಗ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ two strains which are fused. So this condition, earlier it was N, this was also N, and this is N, and this one is also N. Here there is no fusion, that's why this is separate N. And later during the fusion process it turned into 2N condition. Later here there is a formation of zygote. So here zygote is formed. Due to the formation of zygote condition, the phycomycetes are also called as zygomycetes. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ವರ್ಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಷನ್ ಮೆಥಡಿಂದ ಆಗಿದ್ದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಟ್ ಫಂಗೈ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಝೈಗೋಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಝೈಗೋಮೈಸಿಟಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಲೇಟರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಝೈಗೋಮೈಸಿಟಿಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಮಿಯಾಸಿಸ್. Meiosis refers to reductional division. Later they will just develop into a same rhizopus. So ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ರೈಸೋಪಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ after the end of formation of zygote. And here you can find that zygote will be going to observe the presence of tube-like structure first for the formation of meiosis. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಈ 2N ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಮಿಯಾಸಿಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 2N, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 2N ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, and later it is going to formed into a new rhizopus. So this is a method where the process of sexual reproduction will takes place. So summarize this one: sexual reproduction by conjugation method, there will be a presence of positive male strain with N condition, negative female strain with N condition, and these are aseptate in nature. When they arrive together for the formation of sexual reproduction, they develop a progametangium, and after the end of progametangium they will develop a septa for a very least time, and later they fuse together to form a zygote. So that's why the name called as zygomycetes. By the end of zygote formation they undergo meiosis, and to form a 2N condition, 2 spores, and later they will develop into a new mycelium of a Rhizopus stoloniferus. So these are the type of organisms observed in case of zygomycete. Another one example, that is mucor. The same thing will occur in case of mucor also. As in case of Rhizopus, there will be a many vertical structures. ಈ ಥರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಮ್ಯೂಕಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇದೇ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಮೈಸೀಲಿಯಂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ number of vertical structures is only 1 ಮ್ಯೂಕಾರಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ರೈಸೋಪಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದೇ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಈ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಗೂ ಇರೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಮ್ಯೂಕಾರ್. Okay, understood dear students about the zygomycetes, example Rhizopus and the mucor. Thank you.